80 or maybe 90 if you've got a really heavy foot. And then back down to 55, and all the way up again to 75, and maybe down to 0. That entire stretch, you haven't touched your brake pedal. That should be all regenerative braking. So you're going to want to kind of get comfortable with it right here. As you cross this area, you've now left Tesla's property. You are on public roads. So the speeding tickets that you may or may not accrue are paid by your money, and you'll be taking those home with you. So be aware that this is kind of an at your own risk phase here. Once you leave that road, these are all real roads. You guys can get pulled over, and there's CHP out there, so be careful. This road's rated at 40, and so you're going to come down here, and here's where you're going to get a chance just to kind of feel it as a normal daily driver. Accelerate a little bit, try to do a 30 to 50, maybe do a 40 to 20, play with the regen a little bit. As you get down here, we'll ask you to maybe wiggle the wheel around a little bit, kind of try and swerve. Again, you'll feel that really low center of gravity where normally when you do this, everybody in the car is going like this and smashing into each other. In a car like this, it just doesn't happen. All the way it's so low, it just doesn't, there's no momentum way higher up on the vehicle or in front of the back that'll swing it around. So just give it kind of a wiggle, move it around, handle the car a little bit, get a feel for the regenerative braking on this kind of lazy stretch down here. When you get up onto this street, no mind. We've specifically chosen this street because it is incredibly poorly maintained by the city of Fremont. It's just littered with potholes, and it's almost like a cobblestone road. It's really bad road. And we specifically went out to find a road like that so that what we could do is we're gonna roll up all the windows, we're gonna turn off the stereo, we're gonna turn off the air conditioning so that you can't hear anything other than road noise. And what you'll find is that you'll be looking out and seeing this road that should feel like you're out, in the outback or something like that, bouncing around in a dune buggy. You will not feel or hear hardly anything. The air suspension really will go to work here. It'll even out the vehicle, make sure that there's a lot of give on all the tires so that you don't feel it bouncing up and down. The sound insulation and sound dampening technology that we use will mean that you'll hardly hear any rumble or fall through the road. So you'll get a good...
Yeah, actually, let's take you behind. We're going to keep safety first here. Car coming in!
He's fine, and unfortunately,
I wanted to see if everybody would be able to do a video in
And you may want to come back sometime and drive that just for context. Because it's going to feel smooth. It's not smooth. And so basically, after you do that, you get down to
Right back. Yeah, he's getting it.
oh, I'll get it on the other side. Really appreciate you letting me ride with you.
No sweat. Our daughter doesn't appreciate that she had to work today. Put this at your feet.
How do you adjust your mirrors?
You have the immediate one here. They'll teach you all the instructions on the vehicle. So this will look. Yeah, I heard not just getting.
So is that the kind of wood you want?
I think so. They had the banana, but they said they're only going to use that for the signature. So
And you're getting the performance.
yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Are you all set with seat positioning? Hey.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
You control. You have your controls on the left. You can move the steering wheel back and forth if you need to as well.
I'll move it to the left.
So I'm sorry. Your seat controls are on the left.
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay. And for the steering wheel, it's on the lower
Yeah, I
left-hand
got
side.
that too.
Perfect. So
Okay.
if you're all set, yeah.
Okay.
So you already have your foot in the brake. You're in drive mode now. Just put just move the stalks down. That's it. You really just do it with one finger too. It's very this fingertip touch. Everyone's got their seatbelt on?
I don't need it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not
Let me get it. There.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so we're just gonna slowly pull out. And we're gonna follow the cones over to the gate. So basically where that car's coming out, we're gonna be going out as well. Or coming in, we're gonna be going out.
Okay. but on this side.
Exactly.
How's it feel, Helen?
It's pretty smooth and everything, so.
Now, as we exit the gate, we're going to be turning left,
Okay.
and we're basically entering an acceleration gun. We can basically go up to 80 miles an hour. Feel free to punch the car.
But not
Rather,
straight
just
ahead.
go ahead. Yeah. Ignore the stop signs. We're in a private drive right now, so
Okay, so turn left.
turn left. Exactly. When you get to the sign that says "floor it," go ahead and floor it. Just feel free. It's car is very stable. No need to be scared. And we'll
Signs
head
up
up to about
ahead.
75 miles an hour, and then
Floor
we'll
it,
just,
okay. 70?
yep, floor it. Foot to the floor.
Oh my god.
At the second cone, you can let off.
Just let off.
Yeah, we're well.
Let
yeah,
your foot off.
And now that's regenerative braking. Okay.
Okay.
So this corner we can take at 60 miles an hour, no problem. In fact, I've taken this car through at 100
Oh,
miles an hour. It's very easy.
How can you tell what it is?
Speed's right in front of you.
Yeah.
Yep. Big
digital
digits.
You can go a little faster.
So this corner here is about 15, 20 miles an hour. It's going to be tight right. Then we're just going to go straight ahead. We're actually going to go through the intersection there.
We have to wait for this one.
Yeah, yeah. This one, we're on public roads now, so.
Okay. I have to get used to the braking and all that kind of stuff.
And actually, the regen is on standard mode now. So when you take your foot off, it is pretty aggressive. Well, not aggressive. It's pretty strong regenerative braking, but it's tunable. So I can actually turn the regeneration to a low setting, so it feels more like a typical car.
Oh, really?
And I'll show you how it works as we get out to the straighter section over there.
Okay.
Well, can you hit the Ring of Fire song?
There we go. Dun, dun, dun.
There you go.
Turn it up a little bit too. So yeah, just go and cruise through. These corners can be taken at 40 miles an hour. Don't be scared. The car can take it and much more. It's very
Is
very
it
good.
2 lanes here? Or is it-
It's 2 lanes here. Yes. So even with all of us in the car, the car handles. It's very flat. Just very very little body roll at all. People, and even I do a lot of track days, do a lot of performance driving. You have to recalibrate for this car because the center of gravity is so low. It just inherently handles just beautifully. For a car this size, it's outstanding. I can't wait for the next Roadster, the next smaller car we have. They're all going to exhibit these qualities. And if you want, you can kind of weave from side to side, feel the stability of the car.
Whoa.
It responds real good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I have a question for
Sure,
you.
of course.
I was reading on your internet
Page.
page about they were talking about like in cold weather and ice and snow and stuff. Does it handle good on the snow going uphill?
Phenomenally well going in any conditions. Phenomenally well.
And what about as far as like the battery for when it's cold?
When it's cold, you're going to lose maybe 5, maybe 6 miles, I'd say. The reason being is that we're using more energy to basically warm up the battery pack. And the reason we don't lose as much as our competitors is that we actually climate. I'm sorry, the battery pack itself actually has its own climate control system. So we liquid cool or heat the battery pack as necessary. So our losses during the cold weather or during colder weather are absolutely minimal. Enough such that it's not a material loss.
Okay.
Especially if most of us are driving less than 40 miles a day. Even if we're driving 200, 250, 270, 275, it's not a material loss.
And one of the things people are always asking, because I've told people I'm getting a Tesla, and they're like, what about when you're going up in the mountains? Aren't you afraid your battery's gonna die on you because it takes more energy and stuff.
It takes more energy, but you also have to realize the torque that we have is from 0 RPM we have maximum torque. So climbing hills is nothing to this car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In addition, on your way back down, regenerative braking actually recharges the battery pack. We're returning right here.
Oh, okay.
So whatever losses you had on the way up, you're going to make up a very large.
Is
Sorry.
this turn signal there?
It's It's on the lower stalk on the left is a turn signal.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah. The other
What
up
is
one's
this?
cruise control.
Oh, okay.
Let me actually turn this off for 1 second. You got to get a sense with all of us in the car how it takes the bumps. It's very difficult to have a car that can handle this well, but is
Yeah.
also compliant. But it's inherent in the design of the car. Because the battery pack is on the bottom, we have great roll control, which means we can focus on having great suspension too. They're not mutually exclusive. Very few cars in the world can do that, and the cars that do really have some complex mechanical system to make it happen. Mercedes has active body control, and they have like air bladders that try and keep the car from rolling. We don't need it because we inherently don't roll that much. It's just an outstanding car. We're gonna be turning right at the light there.
Okay.
Turn the climate control back on. But yeah, no, a significant portion of that energy is brought right back to the battery pack. In fact, a lot of people in hilly areas will notice that they're actually getting more. They end up with more charge at the end of their journey than they or at the end of their journey downhill than they did when they started uphill.
Okay.
So it's actually really cool. Are you from the area, or where do you live?
Well, we're from Los
Los
Altos,
Altos.
but I grew up in the Midwest.
Oh, I just moved here from Chicago, actually.
Oh, okay. I was from St. Louis area.
Oh, nice.
So am I going to get on the Fit Freeway?
Exactly.
Okay.
And as soon as we merge onto the freeway, we're going to go 2 lanes over because the first 2 lanes are going to get off and go different ways. So. And if you want, you can take these turns at speed. It's a very, very, very easy for the car.
I'm not usually a real fast driver.
No worries. Hey, you can close the window if you want to. On the left is pulled up.
Let me get over there.
Sure, no problem. God, he's not using his turn signal at all. So you notice as we hit, if you hit 70 miles an hour now, the car should move to low mode.
Go a little faster.
So go a little faster. Now we get traffic ahead of us.
Do you want me to, can I get over it?
Wait, just stay in this lane because we're not gonna be getting off at this exit, but the next one immediately afterwards is like our exit.
Yeah.
And actually,
It went into low mode, yeah. There you go.
So when you accelerate beyond 70, or when you sustain speeds at highway speeds, it'll automatically lower itself for better handling and also better aerodynamic.
It's not this one I get into.
Not this one, but the very next one. And actually, if you want, I'll put 100 regenerative braking below, and when you take your foot off, you'll see it's much less regeneration. It feels much more like coasting.
Notice that difference, Ellen?
A little bit, yeah.
Now when I put it back on standard, as we go up the hill, you'll see it's a much greater level. It's about twice the level of regeneration.
So worn in.
Exactly. Even out the pressure here. Make a right turn to look at that. And what's cool is that in traffic it becomes believe me, you're like the third person to do that today. In traffic, it becomes a one-pedal car because a lot of times, at most speeds, you can basically you don't have to hit the brakes. Your gem will take care of most of it for you. And that's also why in urban environments you can travel 340. Make it left. That's why you can travel 340, maybe over 350 miles in this car, as opposed to most internal combustion. You're used to getting much less mileage in the city. Here we actually get better.
It drives nice.
It's a beautiful car.
Just have to get used to different stuff.
Yeah, it's little things that you wouldn't necessarily be used to, but you'll get that a lot. People will look at the
Hey,
car.
there's a
and kind
blue
of-
one.
Yep, that's a blue car and 19-inch wheels.
That's the blue one? Okay.
We are in a performance car on the 21s.
Okay, that's the one that he has, or he's thinking of ordering for me.
Oh, outstanding.
So,
Repeat here.
what's the difference between the performance and the, what's the other one called, the higher end?
The signature?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have so performance is really just a package. So you can have a Model S performance or a signature performance. It doesn't matter. It's just a package basically. So the only difference between a signature and a signature performance is the fact that the suspension is a little bit more aggressive, like that on this car. But even on this car, as you can tell, the ride is fantastic. And also the fact that it's much faster. 0 to 60 in this car is 4.4. 0 to 60 on a non-performance car is 5.6. So it is a material difference in terms of acceleration.
One of the big differences I'm looking for is the shocks, which are standard for the performance.
Exactly.
Which I think makes, that in itself is probably one of the best things for the ride and a lot of features around that.
It's fantastic. It really is. I tend to gush about this car. I mean, partly because I'm biased. Obviously, I work for Tesla, but it really is one of the best cars we've ever driven in that regard. There are people saying, if you read some of the reviews that the press have released as of yesterday, they're saying it's one of the best cars they've ever driven ever.
Yeah.
So for them to say that for a car that we've developed for the last 3 years,
just leave your foot off, Ellen.
Yeah, you can go through the stop sign. We're in a private drive. Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. I do it all the time, so I remember where we are, and yeah. So we're turning right here. They'll let us know if a car is coming. I think we're probably fine. Yep, we're good. Just gonna go right to the same exit, or same entrance.
But then go over to the...
To the right, exactly.
Can we pick it up a little bit, Helen? I know you don't.
I got a good feel of it and stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
go
good.
90 or whatever you want to go to. But
And didn't take the 25 corner at 70.
Took it more about 15.
But even if you're not driving, if you like to drive aggressively, the fact is that in an emergency situation, the car has the limits of the car are quite high. So if you have to make a serious control input, the car will take it. It's not. It goes beyond just a sporty car. It's a driver's car, but in terms of safety, having that kind of performance envelope, it could save your life. It's
well,
pretty
see, this
amazing.
is the thing I like. I'm a nurse, and so I want safety.
Just hit the button right there.
Which one?
Right
Right here?
That puts in the park. That's it.
Oh, okay. And now I can take my foot off.
Yep.
I don't have an emergency thing, right?
No, the emergency, the parking brake.